welcoming your host, Mr. Alex Falcone.
Handshake this time. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you for sitting so far back. I think that might have been our choice and not yours. But thank you. Oh, it's so good to see all of you. We have such a cool show. A little bit of time at the top for the week's news. My favorite story this week, Easter-related story. We just found out this week. A mother in Newport, Oregon, said she found several bags of pot in the Easter basket she bought in the clearance section of Walmart for her toddler. That doesn't impress you guys? Holy shit. She paid $1.97 and got several bags of pot. And it's weird too, because the bunny, the chocolate bunny that was inside, insisted that he was just holding it for a friend. Just for one of his peeps. But he was ready. It actually makes sense to me that the Easter bunny would be a stoner. You know, a lot of people turn to marijuana when no one believes in them. A man in Wilsonville this week was arrested after trashing a bar in a Holiday Inn and disrupting a bachelorette party. So it was kind of on theme, you know, for the party's theme of giant dicks. It was perfect. In a statement to police, one of the women who witnessed the event was quoted as saying, "Woo!" A Washington woman. My writers promised me that if I did that, at least one woman would woo, but apparently you're not a woo crowd. It's like a call and response for women. Thank you. Anyway, was that you, Kim? No, good. You're not supposed to do that. A Washington woman this week, out for a walk, stumbled on an open pit full of dead reptiles, including several headless alligators. No suspects have been caught, and the police have no leads and no idea what might have happened to cause this open pit full of dead reptiles. Well, that was the thing nightmares are made of minute this week, brought to you by Fiat, driven by passion. Yeah, it's weird they bought so much ad time today. For nightmares, I don't know. They seem like such nice people. 80,000 beer professionals descended on the city this week for the Craft Brewers Conference. 80,000 people. So the city is now at critical levels of flannel. Be cautious. It's kind of like Fleet Week for brewers. So if anybody has ever wanted to fuck a fat guy in a beard, look alive. This is your chance. A little aggressive. Yeah. An ex-Nike employee this week was sentenced for stealing $200,000 worth of limited edition sneakers. He pled insanity, of course, saying that a voice in the back of his head told him to just do it. And then the voice was immediately sued for copyright infringement. Gary Ross Dahl, the creator of the Pet Rock, died in Southern Oregon this week at the age of 78. Yeah, he is survived by his beloved companion, Rocky. He's a quartz feldspar mix who paramedics report sat faithfully by his side until the emergency response team forced the two apart. Since he's passed, Rocky just lays around. He won't play or eat. On the bright side, though, this is the first time it's ever been thoroughly appropriate to put googly eyes on a tombstone. It's going to be a pretty good party. Beaverton man was chased down and arrested after touching himself outside a dance studio, which kind of reminds me of that old saying, right? Dance like nobody's watching through the window. And touch yourself like nobody's dancing. And run like the cops aren't chasing you. They are. Thousands of dead jellyfish-like creatures piled up on the Rockaway Beach on Sunday. These beautiful little blue fish die off in large numbers every year due to the tidal pools. A stark reminder that life is fragile and amazing, and that we should be grateful for every day that we wake up. This Reminder of Your Own Mortality Minute was brought to you by Fiat, driven by passion.
Thanks, Fiat. All those ad time.
Put up big bucks this month.
Seems like a cheerful company normally. Little Italian cars full of people.
According to a study, full of people. Like clown cars. It's a weird improv. According to a study by the Oregonian this week, the most popular dog name in Portland last year was Lucy. According to a study by me just now, this is why the newspaper industry is dying. Lucy barely nudged out Bella and Buddy fight for the #1 spot this year, and the Oregonian charges $1 an issue and still seems like a ripoff. The most popular breed in the city is the Labrador Retriever, followed by Chihuahuas and Golden Retrievers, and the Oregonian laid off over 100 senior staff members in the last 3 years and still managed to keep somebody reporting on dog names. A man stole 2 axes from Home Depot and swung them at people as he ran through the East Portland parking lot. You just pointed at her and said, "That's you?" Started with a man. Also, you seem too nice for that. He seems crazy, right? Like running through the parking lot. He insists he's not crazy. He just wanted to be part of the new Portland Timbers advertising slogan, "Rose City till I die at my own hand from an accidental axe wound." In order to hold a couple of fundraising dinners to support his super PAC, Jeb Bush is coming to Portland soon. So fathers, lock up your daughters' reproductive rights. In update, you guys, the woman who sued a restaurant because they treated her rudely on Valentine's Day when she dined alone last year has officially settled with the court. No word on how her husband responded to this whole debacle, but I'm sure it's pretty safe to assume everybody in that relationship is settling. A car involved, there's some groans today. We had some groans, that's okay. A car involved in a police chase slammed into the front of a Southeast Portland game store, sending debris and tabletop role-playing games everywhere. The owner was surprised, insisting that they had recently installed a +3 fortification enchantment. Don't know how that got through. Luckily, you guys, the store was empty when this happened because all of the Patrick's moms had been on time that day, so they were all gone. 33, another child news, 33% of Lake Oswego's high school juniors opted to not take the Common Core test this year, saying that they thought it might be, you didn't take it either. Awesome. You're a teacher. Oh, awesome. 33% said they decided not to take it this year at Lake Oswego because they said it was unnecessary. When asked why they felt the tests were important to their educational futures, the remaining 67% replied, "Wait, we don't have to take them?" Next, you're going to tell me the SAT is biased and the liberal arts education is useless. We have 7 liberal arts degrees in our writing staff, just so you know. This is where you can get you. And finally tonight, up in Seattle, some apartment management companies have started implementing DNA tests to determine which dog is responsible for unscooped poops on their property. They swab the inside gum of the dog and then they can DNA test poops on the property. It's the worst use of DNA technology since the people in Gattaca used it to keep Ethan Hawke from going into space. There's no genome for the human spirit. So it's this company called Biopet Vet Labs out of Knoxville, and they actually call their test kit Poo Prints. And they say that they're now available in 26 apartment and condo complexes and homeowners associations in the greater Seattle area, which is a crazy high number.
What?
Isn't that high?
I wish they had that down here because I would love to catch the evil doggy doer in my apartment complex.
Oh, you have a mystery pooper pooch too?
Oh yeah, he is the worst. And I know exactly who's doing it. It's not a mystery. I know exactly who's doing it. It's one person that drops more number 2s than Creedence Clearwater Revival.
You just had that reference in your pocket? That was pretty quick.
I have my own writers too.
How many liberal arts degrees do they have? Probably a bunch. Well, actually, we talked about this a little beforehand. I did know that you had this this particular issue. So we've tracked down the dog that you're accusing of stealing, and we've invited him on the show. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome out Lucy!
Sit down.
Lucy, yeah. So we have your results right here.
I know you did it.
But before we look at these results, let's hear what happened. Did you number 2 on that porch, Pooch?
Man, Maury.
Alex, my name's Alex.
Maury, this girl out of her motherfucking mind. There's so many fucking dogs sniffing around that whole apartment. It could be anybody's business.
So you're saying there is a chance that it's yours, though?
Hell nah, I always bag that shit up.
Calm down, Lucy. Calm down. Let's take a look at. I think we have the little guy. It's an ultrasound of it. It does kind of look like you.
Nah, that looks nothing like my diet. Grain free all day, son.
All right. Are you ready to find out the results?
Whatever.
You guys are ready? You guys are
I'm ready. Yeah. Let's see.
Lucy. Brought a friend? Lucy, if the results come back positive, if this is yours, are you gonna do the right thing?
It ain't mine, but if it like fucking was and shit, yeah, I'll fucking eat it.
Alright, let's take a
Dogs
look.
are gross!
Yeah, they
Dogs are fucking gross!
Yeah, you're gross. Let's take a look.
Boo.
See what the results say. Lucy, you are not the pooper. You're not. Lucy, ladies and gentlemen. Lucy, we gotta go.
Get out of my face. Get out of here.
Lucy, everybody.
Fat dog. You're a fat dog.
This Pooch Poop parody is brought to you by Fiat, ladies and gentlemen. Driven by passion. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the monologue. Thank you, Fiat. Thank you for helping us out, Fiat. Thank you.
Lucy's a bad
I
dog.
don't like Lucy. I had to make this myself. All right. Stephen Wilbur, everybody, on Dog tonight. Stephen Wilbur.
One of our writers.
His name even sounds like he's a dog. All right, let's move on. I'm sorry, Stephen. Wilbur's a common dog's name. Let's move on.